Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Toronto Huskies and the Houston Texans. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
First down, Prescott. Dancing to his left. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam there.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Prescott. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. John Simon coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
He's going to get it running right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he will find his man on the in route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Richmond.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And Miller running right through it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Come back.
Now a first down throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Black down out, Billy.
Now Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And they got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now a first carry for their fullback. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Now a first down carry by Jones. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Carlos Watkins in there for the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A dump underneath to Jones. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. It'll be a gain of 6, and just like that, it's third down. To throw is Prescott. He's got Evans. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, it's Jones. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Throwing, Prescott. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Watkins able to track him down for a loss of 13, and it'll bring up fourth down. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson dumps it complete to Miller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watson looks to throw again. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 36 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Prescott on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Buying time to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy. And
coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Here we go, 46. Here you go. Here you go.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. To throw on second is Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Vinny Curry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Blue lady! Blue lady!
Watch number 86. Watch 86.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Quick move by Miller, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Quan Alexander in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Down! Green the line! Green the line! 2-jet! 2-jet!
Out of the gun, Watson escaping the pressure right. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and
try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. Ooh, with a juke. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Prescott, flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Mark that one against one of the top left tackles in the league, Tyron Smith. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Watson on 3rd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. Avoids him at the 40. Gets through, and now an opening. 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will extend their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more set. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bailey now to kick this one away. Here's Humphries. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take take it, set it aside, and move forward.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Second down, Prescott. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they will score at pick 6 for the Texans TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A second down throw for Prescott. Flush. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Carlos Watkins in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The offense on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is third down and 12. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards there and a first down.
Awesome. We got three, fellas. We got three.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Caught left side, Williams. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Prescott from the gun, eluding the pressure right. Powering his way forward. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Now Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it's third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now Prescott. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Complete. He finds Bray. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Catanzaro now for the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Watson now to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He's got Fuller. Will Fuller. Nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Bailey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Prescott now. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Whitney Merciless in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Wide in.
Prescott on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. John Simon in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Prescott to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's Prescott. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Prescott under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Prescott. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Catanzaro missed it. That is no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards. And the pitch goes to Miller. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Hey, 4 down.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
2-jet.
On 4th down, Watson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Now a desperation throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And that will write a finish to this ball game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working.